do it.
Wait.
You was really over here focusing.
Hey man, I can't let it win.
Oh, okay.
What's up, man?
Welcome to Smoke Sessions. I'm your boy, Brother Jam.
I am your boy, Big Ruck.
And welcome to the Smoke Session.
What's up, man? How y'all doing out there?
Chilling. Hide in the mud.
Man,
But-
hey, you see me, I'm over here trying to figure out how to transform this Megatron.
Okay.
I am gonna get it.
This nigga is sitting here playing with, in the process of transforming Megatron. Hold it up. You gotta at least let him see what you're working with.
I'm almost there, man. He's in the gun form. Now I'm trying to get him to the robot. See, I see the back of his head right there, so we about to get it. We gonna get it. I don't know how to get all of this loose yet, but we gonna get there now.
Okay. And see, Bobby Blackhand brought in some of his toys for us. For those of y'all who know old school toys, I'm
man.
sure you probably recognize this fellow. Yeah, so he brought in his sound waves along with Megatron, just to have a little fun with. Check out Megatron's gun. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this is high quality shit here.
Yeah, man.
You know?
Yeah, man.
So I love it, man. I'm not finna try and transform this though.
You got to, dog.
No, man, because I don't want to break it. I don't want to break it
No, you ain't gonna break it.
because it's delicate.
Yeah,
It's delicate.
but something like they are kind of delicate.
But
But
listen,
you gonna figure it out, dog. I'm telling you, because this one here, I'm gonna get it, dog.
let's see.
So, I'm also a collector, man. So I really love this shit, man. I really get off into it. So, hey, man, it is what it is.
Hey, bro, I never fought you for the passion. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
man.
That's how you roll.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay,
sir.
so. Okay, we might be in business here, but yeah, man. So, what was the first Transformer you had?
Hound.
Hound, really?
Yes, that was the very first Transformer I had, man. The very first, the first generation, dog.
My first Transformer was Bumblebee.
Say what?
Yeah,
Okay.
my first Transformer was Bumblebee, and I bought him with my own money.
Yeah.
I bought him with my own money, and then after that, I learned that you could get Transformers other ways. Yeah. So I built up quite a collection over the years.
See, man, I hate to say it, but I had a really short, career also, but it was G.I. Joe, man. It was G.I. Joe, man.
Yeah.
I was a fanatic, bro.
See.
Fanatic. But, that didn't last long, man. Actually, it happened maybe twice. And the second time, my older cousin that I was with, who had actually got me into it,
Yeah.
we got caught.
Oh wow.
Yeah, by his mother. Not by like the cops or nothing, but his mother called us and we got in the car. And I'll never forget, she turned the engine on and then she turned around. She put her arm on the seat and she turned around and she said, I ought to beat your ass. I ought to take you home and tell your mama so she could beat your ass.
Ooh, that's a threat.
She said, but make this the last time. Because if I ever catch you doing this shit again, it's over for both of y'all.
Ooh.
And I was done.
See, that was probably my problem. I never got caught.
I was done.
I never got caught.
Yeah.
You remember, what was it? Was it Brown City Toys? It used to be Palm Center.
Yeah.
You remember Palm Center?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
For those Houston natives, if you grew up in the 80s, you knew where Palm
Yeah.
Center was. off of MLK, and it was Brown City Toys, I think was the name of the store. I want to say it was either Brown Toys or Brown City Toys for some reason, but yeah, because I remember my sister sometimes my sister would go on the bus up there, and so I would be up there sometimes just kind of by myself. And once I got a little bit older and I learned how to ride the bus on my own, I just go up there, walk around for a little bit. Next thing you know, you're on the bus and you got a few new toys in your pocket. Right. Oh, Jesus, I was a horrible kid.
Man, that's crazy.
But yeah.
That's crazy. So who was your first Transformer?
It was Bumblebee.
Oh, yeah, you did say that.
I had Bumblebee, and then once I got Bumblebee, I started really getting in, because I got my first Transformer before I actually knew about the cartoon.
Yeah. I
didn't know about the cartoon and then when I got it, I think one of my friends told me at the time, it was like, oh, you know there's a cartoon. And I was like, what? Okay.
Let's go back a little bit.
Oh. But yeah, so I then I started watching the cartoon and I got really into it.
Yeah. And
was just like, okay, I want all of these.
Yeah.
You know, I was, you know, pre-Pokemon, I wanted to catch them all.
Let's say what. Man, listen, when I got Hound, my mom bought me Hound.
Mm-hmm.
I will never forget. I opened it.
Okay.
And I was looking at it. And I was happy I had it, but it wasn't Optimus. Right?
Okay.
But he quickly became one of my favorite toys, dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, he was, if you remember the cars back then, right?
Yeah.
And this is metal. They were metal, die-cast metal back then. It wasn't plastic like this stuff. You know what I'm saying? And he was really intricately made. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember, and his arms had joints. And you know, back then, a lot of robots, you know, things
real
of that
stiff,
nature.
yeah,
real stiff with no joints.
Like GoBots.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So I remember looking at him and his head could turn, like he could do a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And this is a robot. This is not even a man.
Yeah.
And so when I look at like the figures that I collect now, and I've been collecting since I was a kid, they're always reflective of the more articulate ones, you know what I'm saying? In everything, whether it's a robot, whether it's a human, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? A figure, yeah, man.
The actual posability and the ways you can manipulate the actual action figure
absolutely
counts
man.
for a lot.
It does.
Because
really
I mean, even when I was a kid, like you said, I got into G.I. Joes not because I was just a huge fan of G.I. Joe, but because the action figures you could do so much with.
That's right.
You bought a G.I. Joe, you could literally act out every scene and pose that little man in every possible position you need to set out your little fantasy.
That's right.
You know, whatever you was doing. Most of my G.I. Joes didn't even do G.I. Joe stuff.
Yeah.
They just I would have them and I would use them to play other games. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I wasn't even playing G.I. Joe. I was just playing with G.I. Joe.
I gotta be real honest with you, boy. We used to play G.I. Joe hard. We used to play G.I. Joe hard. It was me and my cousin Wild Child, you know, Reggie.
Yeah.
Man, we used to play hard. We collected together. So we put our collections together in this huge collection, right?
Right.
So yeah, man, we would play like this.
Don't forget about Butch.
Oh, Butch too, yeah, but Butch didn't play as intricate as me and Wild played when we played together. Like, you had to literally do everything as real as possible. Because if you make it look corny, that's probably why I don't like corny shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If you make it look corny, like you fighting and shit, and you like, ooh, if you was playing with us and you went, psh, psh,
oh no, you got to go.
You can't play. Put it down. Put that down. What you doing? What are you doing?
I love it, dude. I love it.
And we literally will make niggas stop playing, dog.
Like, no, you can't play
You can't
with
do
us.
that. Because we show them what we're doing. You obviously see how we're playing. And you go, you gotta go out. You gotta go.
You are savage, my good son.
Right. Right.
How dare you assault our...
Oh my God. Look at this.
Oh, shit.
Hey,
Oh.
man.
See, now that's funny. That's comedy.
Right.
Comedy. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, man. What's up, B? Yo, man, I sure appreciate you for bringing in this Megatron, dog, because it is kicking my ass, but I'm going to win. I promise I'm going to win.
See, I can't. I'm stuck with sound waves.
You close. You just gotta take
I can't figure out how to get the legs to release.
Definitely not gonna break.
Right, but what I want to do could break something. Like, I know there's got to be a release on the legs some way, but I'm not sure where it is. Because this little part right here is what's throwing me off.
I'm going to get this. Hey, anybody out there's watching, man, do y'all collect anything? I know y'all can't even. I'm talking like we're on the live show, like they can.
But they can make comments. They can make comments after the fact. Because the thing about it is like the difference between doing this and the live show is our comments can be ideas for what we do next.
Right.
You know, so
absolutely.
if there's something that you collect that you want us to look into and talk about, hey, let us know. We
Most
definitely will look into it.
Please,
you know,
please.
I'm not opposed to looking into anything, even if you look. There's a what do they call them? Bronies.
Yeah.
Have you heard about it?
Yeah,
Like, you heard about that? Those dudes who collect My Little Ponies. And hey, you know, if that's your thing.
Oh no, that's not what I thought you was talking about.
No.
That was something else. Okay.
What did you?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
I was wrong, man.
Now I'm nervous.
Nah, it ain't.
Oh.
Never mind, dog.
But they call them bronies, and they're dudes who collect My Little Pony figures. You know what I'm saying? So hey, if that's your thing, cool. Let us know. We might do a show where we talk about it. At least might not be a whole show, but you'll at least get like 10, 15 minutes.
Right, most definitely. At least I would love to have other collectors like come on the show.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That'd be interesting.
You know, bring something. You may have a rare toy, a rare figure. You know what I'm saying?
See, even you can't do it, B.
It's been like 3 years since I transformed that fucker.
Looks like a spaceship now.
No, it's out of your transformation is out of sync, so that's what's throwing me off.
Oh, what did I do wrong then?
Man, so Bobby, what all you collect, man?
Anime, as far as classic.
Oh, we're gonna
like
get into
this.
Robotech.
Yeah, trust me, we're
We're
gonna talk
gonna
about
get into
that.
Robotech.
Anime, of course. Also,
He's king anime.
of course, all types of movies and stuff like that. Also, rest in peace. The original director of Ghostbusters, Ivan Reitman.
Oh,
He
you
passed
did
this
say
week.
that earlier,
Yeah.
man.
Oh, damn, what was that?
What happened?
My voice cracked. That was
Did
weird.
it? I ain't even noticed.
I'm going through second puberty. Puberty again at 47. Look, as long as I don't have to go through pimples again, I'm alright. Shit.
Man. So, dog.
What's up?
All right. So you said Bumblebee was your first toy,
Mhm.
right? Okay. What was the last toy you ever bought?
Wow. Okay. Well, the last toy. Jeez. For myself, I'm assuming.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Last toy for myself. It was a
Oh, I should forgot how to do this.
Matter of fact, it was the Dojo action figure from the Spawn series from Todd McFarlane, and it was basically a samurai version of the Spawn series.
You was talking about him on the other
episode.
Yeah, y'all make sure y'all check out episode. I think that was episode 3. It was 3.
I think it was 3.
Okay, y'all check. Matter of fact, just check out all 3 of them. You know what I'm saying? So you'll
know what we talk about.
Yeah.
But
go ahead.
Yeah, there was if for those of y'all who might remember the comic Spawn, okay, Todd McFarlane did a series of like these action figures where he did them like different time periods, Spawn in like medieval times and Spawn in samurai times and stuff like that. And one of the ones that I did buy was the Samurai Spawn, and along with that, his arch nemesis in that like era was this dude named Dojo. He was like a little fat samurai looking dude, but he had samurai bamboo armor on, and it was a cool little character. He was pretty cool, but that was the last thing I bought myself. He wasn't very posable, but he was extremely detailed.
Yeah, man, McFarlane's should be very detailed. They never, he have a few of them that's okay, posable.
Yeah,
pretty posable, but they're never really real articulate.
And see, and the thing about his though is, I will say, for the level of art that you get with those action figures, because I mean, I remember like if you moved one piece of armor underneath there, he had like faces carved into his skin because he was a demon and he collected souls. Right. So those was like the souls he had trapped inside, but like each face was like a detailed. Yeah. So that shit, like for the level of art that you get with those action figures, I think it's a great. It's a trade off. You can't get that detailed of a. Basically, it's a posable statue, really, when you think about it. Right. It's a posable statue. Yeah. So
exactly.
When you get to that degree, that's what you're talking about versus a regular action figure. Yeah. It really does.
Well, they do have. See, that's the thing. They have action figures that are extremely posable.
What did you say?
It actually pops, but don't be afraid.
They have action figures that are extremely posable.
Okay.
But they also have that type of detail, and better.
Really?
Yeah, they have a lot of stuff like that, man. That's what I love about figures. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you have levels of that. You know what I'm saying? Because you can have some really articulate ones, but
not too hard. I want to say put your full strength into it. She'll pop out.
Yeah. Like you'll have some really articulate ones.
Okay.
But the level of detail will kind of suck.
Okay.
Right? But even those, for somebody who's into it like I am, even those are good, because if you get one and you don't like it, the posable, the articulation of it, you could paint it and make it something else and put a different head on it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So that's the good thing of some of those ones that are really, really posable, very articulate figures, but they're less detailed. You can do that a lot with them, man.
Let's see if I can get the other leg for you.
You can also make other figures that, you may, like say for instance, you have a Daredevil that you really like.
Right.
You can make your own Daredevil. You know what I'm saying? Just get creative with it, man. You get you some, what you call it? Scalpel, the little scalpel knives and stuff like
X-Acto
that.
knives?
Yeah, X-Acto knives. Yeah, you can, carve the hair the way you want it. You know what I'm saying? You can do different shit like that.
So you talking about actually being able to just like carve your own characters?
Yeah, you can.
Wow.
Yeah, like the figures that, I don't know, you remember that commercial that we did with the 3 toys?
Yeah.
That represented us?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's certain parts of the face that I carve so it'll look more like us. You know what I'm saying? We got the body type of the people, but like if they had a slender nose, but the toy had a bigger nose or shit like that, then you take the X-Acto knife
And just trim it down.
Trim it down and get it right. Make the lips the shape you want. You know what I'm saying? All of that shit. That's how I did. I had a Green Lantern figure.
Okay.
Right, and he was painted really dope, but he didn't have the face that I wanted. Right, so I painted his face like the one on the cartoon. I just redid his face. I sculpted his brows the way they're supposed to be. You know, slendered his face a little more than what it was, or something like that. Man, it's been some years since I did it, but yo, man, once you do that shit once or twice, you get addicted to it.
Yeah, just being able to do it yourself.
Yeah, you get addicted to it, man. You just start coming up with all kind of shit. It's fun, man. I love it.
See, that's the kind of stuff that I do love getting into, when you can do stuff like that just yourself. You know what I'm saying? Anything where you can just go, okay, take some basic raw materials and say, okay, I'm gonna make this.
Yes.
That to this day, that's one of the attractions that keeps me into crocheting.
Yeah.
Is because I can take a string.
Yeah.
And make a blanket out of it. And like just, you know.
Yeah.
You'd be like, what? Wait, that, like, literally in your hands there was nothing but a stick and a piece of string.
Right. That's
So I love stuff like that.
Yeah,
so,
man.
I love it.
I love it. You know what got me started in shit like that, man?
What's that?
So my cousin used to come to the crib, and we'll be playing like G.I. Joe and shit, right? And obviously he played well. But now he was like, I think I was like, I want to say maybe 12. This went on for years, but this is the time I really remember. I'm like 12, so he's probably like maybe 16, 17.
Okay, a little bit older.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And he's the older cat, but he's still into toys and shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And he still is today. And I'm talking about Kevin.
Oh Lord, yeah. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So he playing with me, and I'm learning a lot of shit from him and shit. And I'm forgetting my point. What was I talking about? I don't remember.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Yeah.
It's all right. Sometimes.
Smoke sessions. Shit, man.
Okay, well, you've done the whole thing now, B.
I'm trying to remember.
Here, let me
It's
see.
messed up. That nigga say, let me show you how to do this, nigga. You don't know what you're doing.
Right?
It's so stiff. I'm like, yeah.
That's what she said.
Now it's just a matter of folding that back and getting the legs to be proper.
She said that too. Or did I say it? I don't know.
There we go.
Let's go.
You got it. That's it.
I knew something was looking weird about the legs.
Man, yo, toe is baffled.
You still working on the legs?
That one leg, man. I got one of them. I thought this was gonna be easy once I got it. I got it. As soon as I said it, I did not get it. Wait a minute. Did I get it? That ain't it. That ain't it. Just gotta go like that. Now I got it. There we go.
Okay.
Yay, me.
Where's his fist, B?
Fist beat.
Yeah,
Wherever
there
his
should be, and
fist
then it
beat.
should pop out somewhere in there.
Wherever his fist beat.
Okay.
All right.
Wait.
Get them in there.
That's what she said.
There in there. Ooh, she freaky.
Yeah, she I ain't trying to tell nobody business. But
So, man. All right. I collect a lot of shit, man.
I know.
I collect G.I. Joe, but it gotta be the ones from the 80s and 90s.
Okay.
Yeah, the everything else is trash. It really is, dog. They made out of sorry plastics. They look stupid. They smaller.
Smaller?
Yeah. they
G.I. Joe was
smaller.
already small.
Right. That's the point. Now, like they look like the kids. They look like the kids of the other one. I don't know, man. I ain't feeling it. But you know, I was glad they brought them out because they didn't have GI Joe out for a long time, man. But I collect Transformers. I collect some He-Man stuff like the better figures,
Yeah.
you know, the more articulate ones, the better sculpted ones. Street Fighter. I love Street Fighter figures.
Oh, I would imagine they probably have some
man,
cool
they
toys for
really
those.
got some dope Street Fighter figures, and they're really articulate, like uber articulate,
Wow. Okay.
and they're sculpted so well, man. And it's not, and it ain't this cheap plastic that you see out of most toys nowadays either, man.
So
They're a little more expensive, of course. All of the ones that are like that are a little more expensive.
of course.
I'm just saying what Kevin, yeah.
Oh yeah, I was talking about Kevin, but I can't remember what I was telling that story for.
I just remember just going through his crib that one day and seeing Fist of the North Star for the first time.
Right, that
That's what
shit.
got me started.
He's the one got me into all of that stuff, dog.
And from there I was hooked.
Yeah, man.
Dude, hanging out with Kevin, man. And shout out to KB. You know,
Always, man.
you know, hanging out with Kevin though. He was one of the dudes, like, who expanded my taste in anime.
Yes.
Because up until him, I had like limited knowledge. I think it was like Robotech, you know, a few other little shows like that,
Yeah.
and then Legend of the Overfiend,
Right.
you know,
Right.
stuff like that.
Right.
And so I was like, okay, there's got to be an in between. And then KB was like, oh, dude, you haven't seen this?
Right.
And he just started showing me all kinds of different series. I go over to his house, we'd hang out and just chill.
I know, man. Yeah.
That's the dude, man.
Yeah, man. It's my cousin, man. My big cousin, man. I appreciate that dude so much. He has no idea, man. Him and Juggernaut are the ones that got me into hip hop, man.
Really?
Yeah. I was really young, bro. And Everton would have music. Jug would have music from up north.
Yeah.
And my cousin will always get these tapes from somewhere I cannot remember. Kevin would always get these tapes, and they had artists, you know, the rappers that was out, and we had never heard of none of these people before down here
Yeah.
yet. You know what I'm saying?
Look at the
You
fingers.
got it. Yeah. See, that's what I'm talking about. Articulation.
Those fingers
That
is
shit is
incredible, man.
amazing, dog.
Those-
Yes.
Like,
That's
I don't know
dope.
if the camera can show it, but like each finger on his hand is posable.
Each finger, man.
Each finger has
it
full
bends
articulation.
just like full articulation.
Dude, that is awesome. So yeah,
Yeah, I should have brought some of the tapes.
yeah.
This is dope, man.
Because with that, with Soundwave, he can actually fit 3 tapes at the same time, and you can actually eject all 3 of them, like not simultaneously, but one after the other.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's dope. You
Okay.
got it. You got them all.
Oh, okay. It syncs like this
Ah.
chest sinks in.
Okay.
That's cool. So
You
yeah,
can-
you
you
can
can
just
put up
stack them all
3.
3. Wow, that's dope.
Ravage.
Eject.
Rabbits.
Eject
Right,
ravage.
right. That
Eject.
dude, man,
Right.
he was one of my favorite in the show, dog.
It's
He
'cause of that
seemed
voice.
like he was black to me. He always seemed like he was
You know-
black to me.
Okay.
Even before they brought out
The black
Blaster,
one, yeah, Blaster.
Yeah, I always thought Soundwave was the only black Decepticon.
He
was the
seemed like
voice.
it.
It was the voice.
Yeah,
It was the.
and he had this calm demeanor where that nigga never got riled.
Right, he was
He
just
was just the same all the time, dog.
even keeled. Your boy was just like, okay,
Yeah.
Yeah, so I got Starscream, pretty much all the Jets.
Starscream was definitely a white boy.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Starscream was
Without a
definitely a
doubt.
white boy.
Without a doubt.
So yeah,
A crazy white boy
a
with a
whiny-
buzz cut.
a whiny ass.
He had a
white boy.
buzz cut.
Yeah.
Yeah, next time I bring Bruticus and the rest.
Yeah. Yeah, man, I'm gonna bring some more stuff, man. And
Okay.
we're gonna have that race from that Tycho Night Glow. I'm gonna make that happen, man.
Not the night glow, nigga.
Yeah, man.
What?
Yeah, we gotta make that happen, bro. We might can't do the night glow, well, yeah, we can turn off it just to see, you know.
See if we can
Yeah.
get it to show up on
Yeah,
camera.
most
Yeah.
definitely. I cannot get his cranium out of here. I got everything
Let me see.
else. See, then I'm gonna be mad when you figure it out. If you figure it
The one
out.
thing that might fuck you up because he doesn't have the barrel, the barrel because it broke off because of some nieces.
Oh. Well,
You should
I
really
don't
be
know.
mad if I
if-
go over there and fix it.
Okay, so since you said that, then that means I need to focus on that piece some kind of way. I'm thinking.
Because it does flip,
Because why else would you say that?
and the chest part is kind of, and once you get it open, it is a lot of detail.
Okay,
inside.
I won't do it, but let me look. I just want to see.
Ruck, I said the fucked up part would be if I go over there and say, here you go, man.
Oh, right, right.
Yeah, I don't fuck with them at all.
Okay.
I did pretty good so far, man.
Yeah, I'm surprised you got that far.
Well, okay.
I'll eventually figure it
There's
out.
hinges right here.
I know.
Those don't fold out.
I haven't been able to get them out. I only want to pull so hard, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, some
That's
of the
what
parts,
she said.
some of the parts is stiff in there.
She said that too.
And then this.
Let me see sound waves, man.
There you go.
So if y'all are comic book lovers and like anime lovers and things like that, you may also be into figures. You know what I'm saying? Or collecting yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
So we would love to hear from y'all, man. We love to hear from y'all. Y'all can always make sure y'all also tap into the website. It's www.thedailysmoke.com. Simple as that. You know what I'm saying? You can get to all our social medias from there. Everything. So make sure y'all go there and tap in, man. But listen, you can also go to the Gmail, which is the same thing. But it's dot. No, it's not.
Yes,
It's
it
just,
is.
it is, right?
The Gmail is
daily
daily
dot
smoke.
smoke.
No, dailies.smoke.com.
Right, there we go. So y'all make sure y'all go there. If y'all got any if you have a collection that you want to share with us, or you want to come on and talk about something like that, hit us up on the email, man. Let us know. We'll definitely make something happen. Most definitely.
For sure.
Yeah, man, this is pretty dope, man.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah.
I could probably figure out if I sat here long enough.
Right.
But no.
Yeah, I know you could.
Yeah.
Because, look what I did so far.
You got the legs, and that was the hardest part.
Yeah. I got the legs, I got the arms, so the only thing left, and his head is right there, so ain't nothing to figure out about that.
Yeah.
You know,
just
it's
gotta
just his
uncover it.
chest. And I know that when I get it off, it's got to come this way, and it's got to turn this way, because this is his chest, and one arm goes here, and one arm goes there, because that's how he's built.
Oh yeah. You
You
right.
know what I'm saying?
And then you got the gun barrels on his back, so.
Yeah. But I don't know how to even get this hole open.
It took me a while just getting to gun form. So
Man. So, dog, okay. Let's talk about this Robotech. So, y'all know what Robotech is. If you don't, it's a really well written, really deep storyline. And Bobby finna show you that's it right there, man. It's 3 main stories. 3 main episodic stories, right? The first one is called Macross. The second one is called what was the second one called?
this is when the
the Invid came
No,
down.
that's going to the third. Invid was the.
Oh no, the Invid is the third. That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
So the second one was the
Robotech Masters.
Robotech Masters. That's the one with the tanks, the hover tanks.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Dana Sterling, Max Sterling, and his wife. Yeah, that's yeah. So and the last one is called Southern Cross,
Yeah.
which is really by a slim margin over the first one. Is really my favorite one, man.
Yeah, I think if I had to pick, the third one was my favorite too.
Yeah,
Man, okay. For those who don't know, if you was an '80s kid and you was into Transformers, because Robotech used to come on.
man, it's about 8:30 or 6:30 in the morning.
Yeah, it used to come on in the morning,
Really, it still be dark outside.
and so it was. But you got to understand the time. Back then, anime was not well known. People didn't understand really what anime was.
Yeah.
So this was a cartoon unlike anything I had ever seen before, because not only was there giant robots that transformed in from one thing to another, but there was also an actual story. Like the human characters in the story weren't just disposable insert person to save.
Right.
You know,
Right.
they were actually fully developed characters in the show. Min May. What was your
Roy Foker.
Oh.
Oh man.
dude?
Black chick.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I can't remember. What was her name?
Uh,
I can't think of any of their names at the moment, which is really bad.
what was the main character's dude? Rick.
Rick Hunter.
Rick Hunter. Yes,
Yeah.
I knew it was Rick. I couldn't
Yeah,
remember
Rick
the last
Hunter.
name.
And
Rick
his,
Hunter.
His brother was his homeboy was Max Sterling.
Yeah, Max Sterling.
Yeah.
That was his best friend.
Yeah, his best friend.
Yeah, the blonde. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, man. This show, it had so much in the way of story. Like, you could have taken the robots out and you
Right.
would have still had a compelling story.
Right.
It was just that good.
Right.
And then to be able to, like, you literally followed characters on a storyline. It was like a movie. Like, there was drama, there was passion, there was comedy, there was all of this stuff. You had encounters with alien races, and then alien races getting infected with the idea of freedom.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And coming to find out that there was some common ancestry between those
Right.
aliens and humans, and like the whole
Hey
thing.
man, it was awesome, dude. they had love triangles. It was literally a soap opera for kids.
It really was.
But I say a soap opera for kids only because it was a cartoon.
But it wasn't. I never thought of Robotech as being for kids.
Right, exactly. That's my whole
Right.
point.
We were watching it as kids.
Right.
We just so happened to see it as kids.
Right.
But that wasn't made for a kid audience.
It wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't because it came from Japan, and their normal thing. They watch like the adults watch cartoons
Right.
over there. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
Only,
so they
only
make it for them.
that was a Western thing for cartoons to just be relegated to the world of children.
Right.
And I think whoever was responsible for putting Robotech on TV back then did not understand that.
Right.
They just saw
Right.
robots that transformed into something,
Right.
and Transformers is hot right now. We're gonna put this on and get some ratings out of it, and it worked because I definitely watched the hell out of it.
Hey man.
I think one of the first ones I've seen, even though this may sound funny, was getting up in the morning to get ready to go to school.
Yeah.
Because at first you had what was it? At the time it was Bill Cosby had a show.
Oh. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
forget the name of
I
it.
know what you're
And
talking
then after
about.
that, then they had Sailor Moon.
Right. Right. Sailor Moon. That's right.
Oh
And you be
yeah.
sitting there waiting for all of that, dog. You be up early enough. Yeah, man.
Like 5 something in the morning, 4:30,
Yeah.
5 something in
See,
the morning.
That's funny because I remember as a kid being, for some reason, I don't know why, but in the summertime, me and my brother would get hung up on staying up all night.
My daughters did the same thing.
It was for some reason it wasn't good at like you didn't have to go to school, so there was no reason to go to bed. You was just the goal was to stay up until the sun came up.
Yeah.
That was literally what we would
Yeah.
try to do, like night after night in the summertime. Sometimes we succeed, sometimes we wouldn't. Like my mom would be getting up to go to work, and we just be like in the living room, been up all night watching stuff on cable.
Right.
And this was back when cable was still like a thing.
Yeah.
And you could sit up all night and like watch so much anime.
Everything,
Man, so much stuff I shouldn't have been watching.
Right,
Lord.
for real.
Back when HBO used to play softcore porn.
Right.
Yeah.
Man, I remember it was times when, you'll run across those channels they have that have porn, but you don't really have the channel.
Yeah.
But if you switch to it and switch back, when you switch to it, it'll show it real clear for like a good second, and then it'll go off. So you'll keep switching back and forth trying to see.
There was one, and this was back. There was one that was back when the cable box still had a slider on it. You remember when the ones that
that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Yeah, back in the day, because that was one of them hoes, yo. Tick, 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 yeah.
But see, there was one that you would come in on my cable box that if you caught it like 2-3 o'clock in the morning, you could catch like a good 5-10 minutes sometimes of just clear, almost like you had the
Say
channel.
word, yeah.
Like it would come in clear. So I started staying up late just to try to catch those little brief moments.
Yeah.
That's how bad we had to struggle for porn back in the
Right.
day. Kids nowadays don't realize how easy they got it. You know what I'm saying?
They really don't. They really don't, dog.
Boy,
You couldn't
All you
just
gotta
pick.
lie and say, yes, I'm 21.
you check a box. Yeah.
Right. You couldn't just pick up your phone and get porn, dog. You couldn't pick up
No.
nothing and get porn.
Porn.
You couldn't
Get porn was like if I had a videotape, a VHS tape
Right, dog.
that one of my homeboys from school gave me, and I just never gave it back to it. And I kept that videotape for years, dude. I knew,
That's a long time ago, man.
dude. That videotape had to be like whatever the movie was. Probably had to be about an hour, maybe 2 hours. I never watched the whole thing at once.
Yeah, right. There's no need.
Over the course of the years, in like 20-30 minute spurts, I eventually saw the whole thing.
And sometimes you watch parts over.
Right.
You already get to the first part.
Right.
Man,
crazy,
like, wait a minute,
but
that part was
times-
good.
Times have changed.
We went from talking about toys to porn.
I know, right?
Hey, man.
Depends on how you look at. Well, let me stop. All right.
Hentai.
So, yeah. There you go.
There you go. Like I said, Legend of the Overfiend.
Oh man, if nobody out there has watched that movie, I suggest you go look for it. It's hard to find. It really is.
Okay.
But
It's like a needle in a haystack finding that.
Here's the
Oh,
thing.
man.
Hold on. If you somebody who may not be familiar with like anime or may not have heard of the name Legend of the Overfiend, let me warn you. This movie is over the top.
Oh,
It
man.
is all the things that you would not expect to happen.
Happened. That's right.
And let's just say this is a very adult anime.
Yeah, and not like they curse.
No.
When I say adult anime, like
Demons and humans.
you don't want your grown people. You don't want your mama to see you watching it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You feel what I'm
That's
saying?
how bad it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. You would not want your mama to know that you watch
Right.
this. Yeah, that would be embarrassing. You're like, you watch this kind of stuff?
Yeah, but it's good.
Yes, it is.
It's
very
really good,
It is
man.
very good.
It really is. I need to check it out. It's really called Uritsaki Doji.
Uritsaki Doji. I know.
Yeah, the Demon Womb, and then Uritsaki Doji, the legend. No, it's the Legend of the Demon Womb, and the what is it, Bobby? You remember? It's Legend of the Demon Womb, and then the other one is called the Overfiend.
Yeah.
That's the first one. The first one is the Uritsaki Doji, the Overfiend. I'll put that up here. I'll spell it out. And the other one is Legend of the no. What did I just say? The first one is Legend of the Overfiend, and the second one is Uritsaki Doji. Man, that was some good stuff, Lo. That was good, man.
Right.
Yeah. We still product tested.
Right. That's Alien OG.
Alien OG, man. Yeah. Got me in orbit right there too.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Go check it out, man. Y'all look for that. I'll put it up here above so y'all gotta see that, man. It's really dope. That's one of the things that really got us into anime like real hard.
Because it made me realize the possibilities of what could be done with it.
Right.
I'm like, because of course, being American kids, you grow up and you thinking, okay, cartoons is for kids.
Right.
But that honestly, despite the content being, of course, extremely adult, it just made me realize the potential of what anime could do. You could tell all kinds of stories that you couldn't tell with live action because there's no way to make those things happen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can have everything, anything you can think of. And there's a show on Netflix, or it was on Netflix. I don't know if it's still on there anymore, but it was called. Oh man, it was about. Okay, it was a show on Netflix, and it was anime. It was set in the future. The human race, Earth had been destroyed by these giant, like, space monsters that, like, shot out these, like, weird tentacle things.
Yeah.
And humanity was, like, living on this spaceship that it was a city ship, basically. So, like, all these millions of people lived on this giant ship. But then they had these robots that were piloted by humans that went out to defend them. So as they were going through space, if they encountered any of these aliens, these smaller robots would bust out, fly out and fight off the enemy or whatever. And it reminded me so much of Robotech.
Yeah.
Because of that basic setup.
Yeah.
But the way that they went with it.
Yeah. Say word.
I gotta remember the name of this show because it was really good. Oh man, this is. Okay.
While you're looking for that, did you ever watch Captain Harlock?
Yes.
That was.
That was a really good one.
Good, man.
Yes.
That's really good, dude.
Oh man, what was the name?
When I saw that on Netflix, I'm like, this is beautiful.
Yeah.
Have you watched that Godzilla yet?
Not yet, but I was looking for it today. So they got part 1, 2, and 3, right?
Yes.
So that is it. I found
that's it. That's it.
So I will be watching.
So it's like three little movies.
Yeah.
It's 3 little movies, and when you.
I was kind of disappointed because I thought it was, like a bunch of episodes, but I'm good with 3 movies. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Well, and the fact that they're movies, though, I will say this: it gives them the chance to tell, like. You watched Berserk, right?
Berserk. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So you saw how that went over those 3 films. It's that kind of story.
Yeah.
So it needs to be told that way. I don't think it would have been as good episodic.
Yeah. I feel that. I feel that. Yeah, man. So, me and Lavelle are writing something.
Oh boy. Okay.
Hey man, it's finna be off the chain, bruh. I don't want to give nothing away yet, but let's just say, so when I was in school, right, you had to write a entire storyline, and then you had to put it in form like you were going to actually take it to a producer and try to shop it.
Okay.
Right, so they was teaching you how to do all of that. So you had to write a whole movie script or TV pilot, either one, whichever one you wanted to do, and you had to go from A to Z. So I had to do that, and what I did was I had wrote about this character that I've been had for years, man. You know what I'm saying? And his name is Decibel, and basically he has the power to. He has the power to manipulate sound.
Yeah, I remember.
Right.
Him.
You remember, right?
I remember.
Yeah. And so, I wrote the whole backstory, his family, everything. You know what I'm saying? And so, I actually incorporated all of y'all niggas in it. And what I did was I would take two people and make one character.
Okay.
And I would find a way to display both people's name in that one character. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, cool.
I think I had you and Juggernaut together as a character.
Okay.
I had, who did I have? Ron and Maverick, maybe?
Okay, I can see that.
Ron
I can
and
see that.
Maverick. I can't remember right now. But anyway, I incorporated all of y'all in it. And so he was telling me recently that he was writing us another script, and it was about some superhero shit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So then when I talked to him, and he was telling me about it, and then I told him about mine, and we decided to collaborate. So I gave him all of my stuff, and he let me read all of his, so we would know where we both coming from, the whole storyline. And so he went first. He took some of my stuff and integrated it with what he was writing at the time, and it's coming out really dope. And then I was driving my daughter to the airport today, and I was listening to YouTube, and I saw this thing about like places, artifacts, and shit like that that'll kind of blow your mind.
Okay.
That they found recently in Australia.
Okay.
Right? Some really crazy shit, man. Really crazy shit. So, as it's going, I'm listening to this shit, and the things that they're saying is popping into my head, and I'm seeing how it can be used in the story that we're doing.
I love it. I love it when stuff
Yeah,
like that happens.
yeah. And so, man, all of these ideas were just happening. I'm just driving. So, I sent the link to Lavelle, and I said, just watch it, and I'll explain later. He was like, bet. So when I got home, he called me. Did he call me or I called him? I can't remember. Anyway, we're on the phone, and so I started telling him about it, and immediately we just started going, okay, what about this? What about this? Okay, then we can do this. Then we can do. It was so perfect. The energy was perfect. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's shit finna be dope, man.
When you and somebody else can align like that, that's nice.
Yeah.
This is the one I was talking about. It's called Knights of Sidonia.
I heard of that.
Yeah.
I've heard of that. Okay. Yeah, so it's really good.
Oh.
Okay.
Man, this is one of those shows where I was sad to see it end.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
Yeah.
I want y'all to keep going with this.
Yeah.
You know, I was really hoping like they would come out with like a part 2 or something like that.
Yeah.
Because the one thing that they kept mentioning in the show was they weren't the only ship that left Earth, but over the years, because they had been out in space for generations.
Yeah.
They had lost contact with all the other ships. So they didn't know, as far as they knew, they were the last one.
Okay.
Because they hadn't run into anybody else, any of their own people, you know, in like years.
Yeah.
So it had just been that long since they had been out in space.
Yeah.
Like they had been out in space for a while.
Man.
So yeah, it's really kind of interesting and real cool the things that they did with this story. I don't want to give too much away in case anybody decides to check it out. But yeah, Knights of Sidonia, man, the animation,
check that out, dog.
the animation style is really dope. It's like a computer animation style, but it's clean.
Is it kind of like Demon Slayer?
No, it's not like Demon. As far as animation style, no, not like Demon Slayer. Yeah, but you have like this one guy he's a pilot of one of these robot ships, but there's some weird stuff going on with him. Then there's things that they learn about the aliens that have been attacking them. It's really well written, man. So if you get a chance to check it out, you'd enjoy it.
I'm definitely checking that out.
All right, but yeah. Oh, huh? Okay, real quick. I started watching Raised by Wolves.
Yes.
Okay. Man.
I told you.
This show is taking me through some emotions, man.
I told you, man.
Beginning.
Jesus.
You watched it too, right?
I've seen. I'm still behind. I think the first 2-3 episodes.
Yeah.
It's like the first one. I was like, hold on, let me get right here.
Yeah.
See,
You watched it, Bobby?
I'm about 5 episodes
oh,
in.
Man, y'all gotta see. You gotta watch.
I'm about
it.
5 episodes in. Yeah, so I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Because now I don't know what the hell's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Because I'm confused.
Yeah.
So I got to keep watching now because I need to know, like, what?
Man.
Wait, how?
Yeah.
So I don't know.
It only
Although
gets better.
I will say, to me, it's interesting that the war that destroyed the earth is between the religious and the atheists.
Yeah.
The what were they called? The Mithrians.
Yeah.
The Mithrians
Yeah.
and another thing that I thought was interesting too, because okay, so they basically worship the sun.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty much.
So they worship the sun. Cool. But you left that solar system to get to the planet that you're on. So how are you still worshiping a star that's not there anymore? Because you left.
Well, I'm not gonna say anything, so you got to watch my brother.
Oh,
You're gonna love it.
Jesus Christ. Oh, man. That, and I'm finishing up the last book in a series called the Mistborn Series.
Yeah.
Yeah, my kid, my youngest son got me into it. When I'm telling you this story, this world has one of the coolest magic systems I've ever seen. It's all based on metals.
Word. Okay.
Okay, so you could be a Mistborn or you could be a mystic, right?
Okay.
Now, in this world, if you're a mystic and you ingest certain metals, it gives you certain abilities.
Okay.
So, say for example, if you're what they call a thug, which is somebody who burns pewter.
Okay.
So you ingest pewter, it makes your body super strong.
Okay.
Everything physically about you becomes enhanced as far as your speed, agility, strength, even your ability to heal can be increased because you can push that, you can use that metal to power the magic in your body.
Okay.
Then you have people who burn tin. They're called tin eyes because tin increases your senses, so your eyesight, your hearing, even your sense of touch can become more sensitive. A guy described when he was burning tin in the book that he was sitting in a chair and the chair was made out of wood, and even through his clothes he could feel the grain of the wood, and he could tell what kind of tree the wood was by the smell of the oil that was coming out of the wood itself.
Wow.
So that's a mystic. They have one ability, but you can only have one.
Okay.
A Mistborn is somebody who can burn all the metals.
Okay.
And so they can do all the different abilities that come. You have what they call soothers. They can push and pull on people's emotions.
Okay.
So they can't necessarily make you feel stuff that you don't already feel, but if you're feeling insecure, they can make that insecurity stronger. If you're feeling afraid, they can make you more afraid. If you're feeling bold, they can make you feel more bold.
Yeah.
You know, so they can push and pull on your emotions like that. And so Mistborns can do all of that. And when I'm telling you, man, the magic system that and the way that the writer integrates this into the series, into this world,
I can imagine.
It's an awesome story. It's the Mistborn series.
Mistborn series, yeah. I gotta watch
The
that.
first book, I'm trying to remember the name of it. I think the first book is called Mistborn. I think the first book is called Mistborn. And what's cool,
that's the book. That's
Yeah.
right. You said book. Okay.
and then what's cool about it too is that the main character is a chick, and she's like starts off as this like little kind of street urchin. You know, she was in this world. You have they call him the Lord Emperor.
Okay.
Right? And he is the absolute ruler of this world, and he has been that for thousands of years because he's immortal.
Yeah.
And he runs everything with an iron fist. You get out of line, you could be executed.
Okay.
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 She grew up, and the slave class of people in this world is called the Sky.
All right.
Okay. And so she was born as a Sky, but she wasn't even a proper slave. She was a Sky that was living on the streets as a thief.
Okay.
So she had grew up stealing for a living, but people kept her around because for some reason, she was unusually lucky. She was always getting out of situations, winning fights that she shouldn't win, and nobody could ever quite figure out why.
Yeah.
Well, along came one of the main characters in the story, and he recognizes that she's a Mistborn. And literally, what she was doing is trace minerals in the water that they were drinking. Her body was able to pull enough metals out of that and actually use it, but for her, it would have been subconscious. She wasn't realizing that she was doing it.
Damn.
That's how powerful her gift was.
Okay.
So yeah, and the story gets
That's
so much better from there because it gets into the world's politics. The whole point of the book is that they're trying to take down the Lord Ruler because he's evil, you know, and so they want to free the slaves and do all of this kind of stuff and upheave this political system.
Yeah.
And that part of the story in and of itself is great. But then you throw the whole I'm telling you.
Yeah, that sounds dope, man. I'm gonna have to check that out.
It's a really good series.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely have to check that out. So, all right, man, we're about to go ahead and call it a night. Excuse me. And I'm gonna sit here until I figure this out, dog. I got everything except this part, dog. Okay, but yeah, man, check it out. I am your boy Big Ruck,
Brother Jam,
and we are the Daily Smoke, and this is the Smoke Sessions. Session 5. Appreciate y'all for tapping in, man. Hope y'all enjoyed the conversation and watching us struggle trying to get these figures transformed fully. All right, and we are out. We are out. We are out.
We time.